Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I make a motion to accept the select board meeting minutes from June 8th as written. Second. All in favor? I make a motion to accept the select board meeting minutes from June 16th, 2026 as written. Second. All in favor? Motion to accept the select board workshop for the main DOT maintenance and operational agreement, June 29th. Second. All in favor? Motion to accept the select board workshop mill rate, July 1, as written. Second. All in favor? I'll make a motion to accept the select board workshop scheduling of the rail trail maintenance agreement and setting the vote date. Second. Second. All in favor? I want to deviate from the printed agenda. We just did the workshop for the mill rate with the workshop with the assessors. Select board is like to set the mill rate at $12.75 and what is current $12.15. Discussion. My motion is to set the mill rate for $12.75. Second. All in favor? There's no ADA update this week in this meeting. So, all right, we have three things that we have to do first fiscal year meeting. Set chairperson. So I will make the motion to remain chair. Second.
I'd like to suggest that we co-chair and one of us run a meeting each week. If you don't want to run, then the two of us
You
can
have
switch
a,
off.
that represents a problem, as the chairperson has in the signature on behalf of the town. So, we would have that ability for signature, which we have to have.
But if you chair and I co-chair and the vice chair,
What's the,
because the reason is because so many people feel that not enough voices being heard up here. They'd like to hear from all of them.
well, I'd like to reiterate, I have never, at any meeting that I've ever chaired or been a part of, have ever told any selectmen that they can't speak, ask questions, direct, do any of that in any meeting. You're elected just like the chair. The chair has a list of duties that they need to.
I'd like to recommend that we co-chair. If Brian doesn't want to, he doesn't have to.
I don't believe you, co-chair.
I don't see anything what's wrong with it.
I don't see a reason for it. You have just as much ability to speak during any meeting.
So I'm happy with the way that we put it on.
I am. I'm happy.
So am I.
So am I.
How am I? Agreed.
Are those the concerned citizens of the Brownfield Taxpayers Association?
Come on, guys. All right. Thank you. This is a discussion with the select. I will not.
Parents of impropriety. We're off to a bad start already.
Now, we get to set the select board pay.
More criminal
Historically,
activity.
it has been the chair receives $600 more
Cronies.
than the other two.
And criminals.
Which would
And
this-
thank you.
These
You.
figures.
Don't talk to me at all.
And this is gross, this isn't tax or deductions. 7386.66, and then 6586.67 each. So the motion is to maintain selectmen's pay as it is. Second?
A lot of criminal activity.
All in favor?
They're doing half the meetings. And they're asking for twice the money. Shut your mouth. Don't talk to me. Turn around and be quiet. Do not talk to me, ever.
No, stop right now. This meeting is not gonna turn into a melee or a back and forth.
Exactly.
Order will be maintained. If not, you may leave. Rules haven't changed. Okay, we have disbursement of the capital improvement accounts, which was an article. Lynn, do you have, rough on the rollover from, Public Works into the capital?
Yes.
Could you please?
Everybody's whispering to each other. I'm whispering to the camera. Not talking to anybody.
Either of you see
There's a bunch of
anything
people talking to each
pressing
other.
next fiscal year that would, instead of divvying it up, 2020, if there's something that's pressing, i.e. a truck, a fire equipment. There's the three capital improvement accounts, which is Public Works, Fire Department, and Roads and Grounds, which is any town property.
department heads come forward to say that there's anything that you?
Nothing has been, but the department heads are here. Chief, do you have anything that's pressing in the next fiscal year?
You will, our engine one will have to have the pump rebuilt on it.
Okay.
Will be noted at the pump test, how bad it's getting, and they figure it's about $35,000 to rebuild it. So
Okay.
that is on my radar, but I'm waiting for a pump test in the fall to see if there's a change. If there's a significant change, it'll have to go in and get done. If I can hold it, I'll try, but there is gonna be a time that's gonna have to be rebuilt. And it is a
You've
significant
got about
amount.
124 in there now?
Yeah, something like that, yep.
Roughly 124.
Yep.
Hard figure. Public Works?
Backhoe at the transfer stations, get a little rough. That's gonna be, we're gonna do a lot of cylinder work on it right now.
I don't know your number, just because of the rollover from the end of fiscal year. So, buildings and grounds, we've gotten more grants. I think the community center is doing pretty healthy. We're done here in both buildings with ADA. Transfer station we would use reserve, transfer station reserve. I don't think the grant will cover the public safety building, because that'll start in spring. Okay, so building reserve, we got 75,096, fire truck, and Vicky, fire truck, 175, 755.
Really?
You're flush.
I give it more money, that's great.
And then, public works reserve is 136,055. So, if we do 30 in the building and 30 in public works, that'll give us 100 total and 160 in the fire department, still have by 15.
Come down.
Between 30 and 40. 30 and 30. I do 30 and 30 because the building reserve, if anything catastrophic happens, either building, we're gonna have to have that. Right, because that'll even them out. Pretty close. I mean, they'll still be, the fire department will still be essentially king of the hill.
Is there an amount that the auditor suggests we keep in each account?
No, usually when the auditor, he'll tell us what, what's in our general surplus, and then we'll do a recommendation, and it's yearly that we get it from the auditor for offsetting tax rate. So, Linda right now is working on the audit, 25 audit, next week they'll be here, the auditors will actually be here, and doing the end of year closeout. So we'll have a pretty good rough idea of what's gonna roll into, general surplus. Probably by the end of the week or 2 weeks. So that would be my motion, that we split 30 and 30 from the 60 that was raised and appropriated into the building reserve and public works reserve.
Works.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Perfect. Okay. Yep, so 30. Right. Department heads, Mr.
On June 16, we received two recall petitions concerning the offices of Ricky Emery and Brian Fortier. In accordance with the applicable provisions of the municipal ordinance and state statute governing recall proceedings, I'm submitting the recall petitions together with my certifications and all accompanying materials to the select board members on this day, July 7, 2026. I have the attestation forms to both acknowledge and document the official transmittal of the recall petitions to the select board for such action as is required.
There's 300 more people who disagree with him being chief. I'll continue spending money on litigation.
Set the dates. So, I will make a motion, staying with the town of Brownfield's recall ordinance, that the referendum vote take place September 3rd, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Polls will be open. That allows for absentee ballot availability starting August 5th. Done. Any discussion?
I mean, I think, get this over with would be better. Get it out of the way so it's not to move forward.
Town will move forward regardless.
Yeah, but it's saying we have it.
This town's been operating since 1802.
The chief's pulling strings.
I think they're saying over their head that we should just get it over with, be done with it.
It's hanging over my head as well.
But, yeah, just wanna get it over with it.
You're
Motion
the
on
criminal.
table, September 3rd to August 5th. Absentee ballot availability.
That's the shortest time frame it can be done in, if you want, right, for the absentees?
No less than 30 days, no more than 60.
It could be done 2 weeks earlier.
Sooner the better. Stop dragging it out. Lower morale. No.
We are
You,
all
please.
trying to hear this.
Please. No, you guys always whisper. I got video. You guys always whispering together. No, thank you.
No, stop, folks. This isn't open to the public yet.
Told you.
The recall referendum vote will take place 8 to 8 on September 3rd. The absentee ballots available August 6th. Vote, motion and vote is done and recorded.
Concerned citizens are gathering together to try to shut everybody up.
So June was a busy month in the office due to the primary election and annual town meeting. We completed election preparations, conducted election activities, finalized post-election procedures, and submitted all required election reporting to the state. I also completed and submitted the following required state reports: the Inland Fisheries and Wildlife Report, Dog License Report, Bureau of Motor Vehicles Report, and the Vital Records Report. In addition to election responsibilities and state reporting, I'm doing my regular duties, including issuing car registrations, processing vital records, maintaining municipal records, assisting residents, and responding to inquiries from the public and safety.
Now that we set the mill rate, tax bills should be out in the next couple of weeks. Anyone who wants to take advantage of the tax club, if you go to our website, you can find the tax club rules and regulations and also an application. The first payment for your taxes would be due August 15th. So if you do want to take advantage of that, please take a look at that on our website. 30-day notices for the 2025 taxes that are overdue have been mailed. July 1st, so those are out in the mail. And everyone has 30 days to get those payments in. That's all I have.
Thank you. ACO.
We had a lost dog report, and the dog came home, had a dog at large. Notified it in 2 weeks, I'll be going to training during the winter.
Is that same one you did in Dover?
That's it.
Oh, you gotta get shots.
That's it.
Thank you. Chief?
Yeah, we had 4 motor vehicle accidents, we had 4 trees on power lines blocking roads, and we had 5 medical calls. I would like to welcome Tracy to the board of select board.
Thank you. The first time I've done this.
We had 5 trucks in the 4th of July parade, 1 in Denmark, 1 in Freiburg, and 1 in Hiram. So I did catch all 3, thanks to the 3 people that went out. I assisted Bridgeton Fire in their emergency operations center on July 3rd with their fireworks. They always need help, so they roped me into that. I want to welcome Ed and Katie DiPolito to the fire department. We hired them on, they're fully trained, one's full-time from Albany, and one is full-time from Wyndham. That's the full-time. That was the full-time, and they are fully trained, they're ready to go, boots on the ground. And I just am reviewing another application for the fire department. And I didn't write it down, but I want to thank Anna for last week for 3 days, we run the cooling center. For 3 days, she was up there from 8 to 4. I don't know how she did, I didn't get a chance to talk to her. I thought I saw her. Did you get any?
Yeah, we had a few people come in and
Okay.
definitely take advantage of it. I think it
Okay.
was well worth
Okay.
opening
When it
up.
gets really, really hot, we'll do it again.
What's that bring up numbers up?
That gives me 13.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Health officer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Keep an eye on this guy.
Just update
Criminal.
on the recent DEP scheduled DEP walk around up at the transfer station. There were several recommendations from the young lady who did the inspection. She suggested that we do put some concrete down in one area where there's gonna be, where one of the containers is. That's been completed. She suggested that we move the hot load area over and put some kind of perimeter around it. That's been completed. She suggested that the reports that are due on a yearly basis to the state, that the people from this town that are going to be doing them take a class, because there's been some minor changes in them. That class was completed just the other day. The Public Works Director and our treasurer sat through it. And there's a class coming up August 3rd, I believe, that is all inclusive for the people that work at the transfer station. There's 3 or 4 guys that are going to sit in on several hours worth of training for that. That's going to be pretty much it, I think, for that transfer station report that's going to be answered. She said there's no need for a repeat inspection. So we did pretty well, I guess. Thank you.
Sweet. Thank you. Good works.
Yeah, we've been ditching some roads, gravel and grading roads. We put, 11 loads of gravel on Finn Hill, 5 loads on Nolan, 3 on Porter, 11 on Farnsworth, loads and grading. We're starting to work on the old plow trucks. We get 10 to 15 minutes. That's all I got. Ever replaced 2 culverts, one on Penn Hill, and 1 on Old County and Everett. That house that's on the corner of Everett and Old County. That's it. Thank you.
About the court case.
Right, correct.
First off, I wanted to congratulate our Babe Ruth team. They came out on top as the conference champs. That's the team comprised of 13 to 16-year-old kids in surrounding towns and in Brownfield. So they had an incredible season this year. Swim lessons, we have one more week to sign up for swim lessons. Those are going to close on July 13th to allow us time to put kids in the correct grouping. And then we will get specific times for their lessons out shortly after the close of registration. Swim lessons start on August 4th. They will run Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and we will be at the old beach off of Burnt Meadow Road. So if you're looking to just go for a swim, then I recommend going to the other side because we're gonna have the beach pretty well taken up. Our Sun Meals program, we're on week 2 at this point of that. That's the free state-funded breakfast and lunches for all kids and teens in the community. We have had several kids take advantage of that program. It's been a great addition to our community, I think. We're not, right now we're doing it at the community center, which is a little different than years past. And then hopefully in August we will also continue to do this program at the beach while we do our swim lessons. As far as swim lessons go, we are currently searching for a Red Cross certified lifeguard to be on duty while we're teaching those lessons. So if you or anybody you know is a lifeguard, then please reach out if you're interested. We've had quite a few runaway docks, floating docks this season so far. We are now kind of switching gears, trying to figure out how we can keep these docks in place. So I'll be working closely with Public Works, and probably CJ will help as well with the boat and try to get those docks out and to stay put, hopefully, for the rest of the summer. Our community center sign is up. I don't know if anybody else has noticed it, but it looks lovely. It really kind of completes the front of the building. I think it looks great. Thank you to Chad for designing that and completing it, and then Public Works put it up for us. We're also still working on Old Home Day. That's coming up on August 8th. We're still looking for some vendors, but we are up. Our numbers are looking pretty good for vendors that have already completed the registration for that. We will have a meeting for Old Home Day next Thursday, the 16th at 5 p.m. at the community center. So if you're interested in helping out, or you just want to know more information about Old Home Day, that would be a great time to get a hold of us. That will be myself and Michelle running that meeting. Again, Chief Burrell already mentioned the cooling center. It was a great success. We didn't have really any issues. We did have some people take advantage of it, and I think it was helpful for people to come in. We had a lot of people out on the playground, and then they would come in and cool off in the community center. It's a great combination there. I think that'll round up what's going on over there.
Town garden.
Want to thank Carolyn Dam for spending days scrubbing a rock, the Dunn rock, and then Cliff hauling it out front in the heat of last week. So it looks very nice out in front of the flagpole, and it's cleaned up and readable. And there was, I don't know who, left about 3 dozen tomato plants in front of the rec building. And in the heat of all of last week, they did not do well, and they've had to be all composted. I would suggest it, I don't know what the intent was, but maybe next time if somebody wants to use something, they reach out first and make sure that it's something we can use, and also that it doesn't sit in heat without us knowing.